What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we're going to be looking at some DLC 3 content for Call of Duty World War II. I was fortunate enough to get flown down by Activision to actually play DLC 3 a little bit early, and one of the things that we were actually able to play with is 3 brand new perks, and that's what this video is going to be about. But before we look at those perks, I thought I would address the elephant in the room, and that is where the hell have I been? So, if you follow the channel, you may have noticed over the past 3 weeks, I've just kind of been gone. I haven't uploaded any videos, and normally I upload videos every single day to YouTube. So the question is, where the hell have I been? And for all of you who are tweeting at me, asking questions in the comments, saying where the hell am I, thank you for being concerned. I am not dead. All that was going on is I basically took 2 weeks off because of 2 reasons. First of all, I had 2 music festivals I was going to do. One of them was called Ever After. It's an EDM festival. The second was called Rockfest. It's obviously a rock festival in Montebello, which is about an 8-hour drive from where I live. On top of that, the second reason why I wasn't uploading any videos, I actually had a massive test. As many of you know, I've basically been training over the past 2 years to be a paramedic, and I've finished school and I had to write my provincial exam. This is a giant test. It's called the AMCA, and basically it's a 6-hour exam with 240 multiple choice questions. Each multiple choice question is about a page long. There's a lot of reading involved, so I was studying for that at the same time as I was going to these music festivals, and in that 2 weeks I just simply didn't have time to work on YouTube videos, and I'm really sorry for that, but all of that is done now. I'm gonna have YouTube videos going up every single day. In fact, over the next couple days there's going to be multiple videos going up every single day, so make sure to stay tuned, make sure to hit that notification button and stay up to date on all my videos. And for those of you who did stick around the channel, for those of you who were patient for me to make more videos, I really do appreciate that. As always, thank you so much for all of the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. I literally couldn't be where I am in life without you guys, so seriously, thank you so frickin' much. But without further ado, let's hop in and check out the 3 brand new perks in Call of Duty World War II, because let me tell you, these are some of the absolutely most insane perks I've seen in Call of Duty games. So first things first, the reason why I have this information and have this gameplay is because Activision flew me down to Sledgehammer, where I was able to capture some DLC 3 gameplay a little bit early. Now, all 3 of these perks are going to be coming out with DLC 3 this coming up Tuesday, so if you want to get your hands on DLC 3, that is the date you can do so. But what are these 3 perks? So the first perk we got here, in by far the strangest basic training skill possibly in the game, is called Wanderlust. Now, you've seen some gameplay of this already going on in the background. You may be thinking, what the hell is going on? This is Wanderlust, and what it does is every time you spawn in, you spawn with a completely random weapon that has up to a total of 6 different attachments. It could have 1 attachment, it could have 3, it could have 6. It's completely random. On top of that, every time you press triangle to switch weapons, you switch once again to a completely random weapon with up to 6 attachments. Then, if you press triangle again, you do not go back to the previous weapon, but once again, a completely random weapon. Now, really, there is no upside to using this attachment. It's not like you get additional score while using this perk or anything like that. All you do is get completely random weapons. Literally, this is a basic training skill just for you to have fun with, and I think that is an absolutely beautiful thing. It doesn't need to make you a better soldier. It doesn't need to make you better at the game. All this perk is there for is for you to have fun with. And let me tell you, it is actually a lot of fun. On top of that, when you get good weapon after good weapon when switching, it's very satisfying and it makes you feel like you're that much better of a player. It's a really odd perk. It's a really weird basic training skill. But like I said, it's a lot of fun, and I think it's a welcome addition to the game. Like I said, it doesn't make you a better soldier. All it does is make you have fun in the game. Up next, the second basic training skill, and by far, in my opinion, the most useless out of the 3, is called Escalation. Now, I'm sure some of you are going to disagree with me here. Basically, what this perk is after you get a kill, you aim down sights significantly faster. Now, I don't have exact times here, but I think you aim down sights at twice the speed, so twice as fast. But there's also a bonus, and that is if you get multi-kills, it instantly refills your magazine. This is actually a perk that we saw on some of the weapon variants in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, the problem with this second perk here, the multi-kills instantly refill your magazine, is that I am so trained that after I clear out a room of people, I automatically press that reload button, that this perk really doesn't even feel that great to me, because I'm just so used to reloading after that situation anyway. The big thing with this perk is it's for rushing players. It's for players who are trying to get kill after kill after kill, who are using SMGs, who are rushing into the enemy's spawns, and it is good for that. The downside of this perk is I simply think there are better basic training skills for that, something along the lines of hustle, something that makes you move faster, something that makes you spot enemies faster, like lookout. It's a decent perk, but I think there is better perks for the situation. That being said, I do think some rushing players are absolutely going to use it, but the problem with it is it's situational. You have to be getting kills for this to work, whereas a perk like lookout, you always spot enemies faster. You don't have to do anything in game for it to be activated like the escalation perk. And last but absolutely definitely not least, this is something that I don't only think is going to be the high point of the 3 perks we look at today, but even just the high point of DLC 3, and this perk is Specialist. This is something that players have wanted for a long time, and I can't believe it's a perk, and I can't believe how good it is. So basically, you earn basic training skills instead of score streaks, but they are not based off of kills, they are based off of score. So at 200, 400, and 600 score, you unlock a new basic training skill, and you can pick which basic training skill you want to earn at each level, so at 200, 400, and 600. But then at 800 score, you unlock every single basic training skill in the game. Every single one. Basically, you become an absolutely freaking super soldier and can dominate the enemy team. This is going to be absolutely amazing for going for V2 missiles. On top of that, getting 800 score isn't even that hard. If you're playing a game mode like Domination or Hardpoint, you can earn this very quickly, as like I said, it's not based off of getting 8 kills, it's simply based off of getting 800 score. So it's really not that difficult to do so, and even really amateur players can earn that 800 score and unlock all the basic training skills. So guys, those are the 3 new basic training skills in Call of Duty World War II. The first, as I mentioned, is Wanderlust. Wanderlust makes it so you get a random weapon every time you spawn and every time you switch weapons. It's a really fun perk to play with. After that, you have Escalation, a perk that makes you aim down sights faster after getting kills, and on top of that, when you get multi-kills, it instantly refills your magazine instead of having to reload. And then finally, we have Specialist. In my opinion, one of the best basic training skills in the game that replaces your score streaks with the ability to earn more basic training skills. It's something we've seen in previous Call of Duty games based off of kills, but in this game, it's based off of score, which is, I think, absolutely brilliant. It's easy to earn, and on top of that, once you get 800 score, you become an absolute super soldier. So now, guys, I want to hear what you guys have to think. Do you guys think that these are good additions to the game, bad additions to the game, or something else altogether? Personally, my thoughts on this are, first of all, Wanderlust, I think, is a brilliant idea. It basically takes the idea of gun game to the next level by letting you do it in every single game. There's been a thing that people have done for a long time in Call of Duty called Junkyard, and basically what that is after every kill you get, you have to run and pick up their weapon or pick up a different weapon, and then you can have a kill with that weapon. Basically what this allows you to do is every time you get a kill, or whenever you fancy, you can switch weapons. What's interesting about this is on longer range maps where there are some close quarter engagements, you can just keep switching weapons until you get a shotgun, until you get an SMG, until you get something that's good at close range, and then when you get to a long range portion of a map, once again you can just start switching through weapons until you get an assault rifle or sniper rifle. It's a really interesting perk, a really interesting basic training skill that I think is going to be a lot of fun, but not necessarily the most practical basic training skill in the game. Next up, we have Escalation, and I've kind of already gave you my thoughts on this one, but once again, I don't think it's going to be the best basic training skill in the game, simply because it's very situational. For certain players, it's absolutely going to be a good perk. For the running gun players, for people who are rushing right into enemy spawns, on certain very close quarters maps, I think you will be able to do good with Escalation. The only problem I have with it is, once again, it's situational based. It's based off of when you get kills and when you get kills quickly. And the other problem is I simply think there are just better basic training skills for these situations. And then finally, we have Specialist, and as I've kind of already mentioned, in my opinion, this is one of the most welcome addition to Call of Duty World War II. I really wish that this was in the game from the very beginning. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's perfectly executed the way they did it with score at 200, 400, 600, and 800. I think it's absolutely brilliantly done, and I think it works incredibly well. The thing I'll say is, in the near future, future, I'm going to have a video talking about the best order of perks to use to get not only the top tier unlocking every basic training skill, but also to earn V2 missiles using the specialist basic training skills. So stay tuned for that. But guys, like I said, let me know what you think of the new basic training skills down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be super greatly appreciated if you could hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, you can always hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all my videos, all the World War II news, and of course, all of the Black Ops 4 news coming, which I'm sure there is going to be a ton coming over the next couple months. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this